It's Weird Java in the morning.
Yo, it's time to wake up with some weird Java in your cup. What up? I can't hear you, bro.
What's up? Can you hear me now?
There it is. Yes, I can hear you now.
Hey guys, hey,
Good
what's
morning, everybody.
I'm still
I
alive.
hope you had. Yep, yep. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm glad you are. I hope everybody had a fun and safe New Year's. Um, a lot of shit happened this week, dude. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
How was your week, David? How was your week?
Man, it was good. I was in bed at 10:30 on New Year's Eve. I didn't stay up.
Same.
Screw
Yeah,
that.
same.
I was sleepy and I went to bed. And it was
Hmm.
it.
Well, we were playing video games and stuff, and I think it was like about 10:30, and I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. I gotta go to bed. And Ellie goes, we only got an hour and a half left. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to bed.
Hell yeah.
But I just want to give a shout out to my son. Maybe embarrass him a little bit, but he's got a new girlfriend.
What?
Congratulations, Braden. Congratulations, Braden.
Man, they grow up
Yep.
fast.
Yep.
There.
Yep. They do. It's actually a good morning, Connie.
Hey Connie.
It's it's the daughter of one of my ex-wife's closest friends. So they've known each other since they were babies.
Oh, very sweet. Very sweet story.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was nice. And she's a really sweet girl. I like her a lot. So
How old's your uh how old's your son? 16, right?
16, yep.
Yeah, my grandson's 16. Also has a girlfriend.
Nice.
Yeah, his birthday was yesterday or the third. I think it was yesterday. And
Wow.
we said hello. You know, we have this Alexa thing with my stepson, so we were able to say happy birthday. We sang happy birthday to him. And he was basically his girlfriend was there, and he was basically bragging that his girlfriend spent $400 on him for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, buddy boy, that's great. Yeah, happy 16th birthday,
That's funny. Happy birthday to David and Angie's grandson. What's his name?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan,
Happy
six
birthday,
foot
bro.
one. Dylan, he's Jesus. He's not Jesus. He's tall, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing I hate about freaking holidays is work. Is my job freaking like puts extra shit on us on the days that we have so that we can make up for the days that the holidays are on, which is
Shit,
so fucking annoying.
god damn.
So like in order for you guys to have this day off, you got to do extra shit and stay here a lot longer than you normally do. And I'm just fucking dude, I'm over it. I'm
I
so
love,
over it. I
love,
fucking so tired of fucking working for a living,
yeah, dude.
you know.
I hate the way society has to
So
work. In
yeah.
order, I think Don't you wish it was like Star Trek where you didn't have to work and you didn't need money? Like money was, everything was provided because we had these replicators. You needed a meal.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
dude. Yeah, dude.
that'd be awesome. You
Yeah,
don't have to work at all. You're just trying to improve
dude.
yourself and society. That's all you're, if you want to, that is.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
It's cool.
Um, I am almost finished with my chapter 2 of the book that I'm trying to write.
No shit, dude. That's great.
So, yeah, I've been fucking working on this book for fucking 5 years, and I've rewritten the first 2 chapters 100 times. But this time, I'm just like, you know what? I'll let me get through it, and I'll edit it later.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know.
Do you got
So I
like a,
did send
have a
the
skeleton out there? Do you have a full idea, like a whole skeleton of your story?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're just fleshing it out.
So
It's good.
yeah, so it's the summary for it, which will go on the back, is basically um special forces. How the fuck does it go? All right. So Victor De La Rosa is a former special forces, um,
Mexican.
was in the special forces, and after some traumatic events in war, um, he comes home and ends up, after losing someone close to him, he becomes a hitman for
Ooh,
a cartel.
damn.
And then when the cartel puts him into an impossible task, he decides to flee with his target and raises her.
Hmm.
So
I like
that's essentially it. I mean, I don't want to give away too much for people to really know like what
that
like
sounds like a
the
movie, bro.
meat and the potatoes are.
That sounds like a movie. I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would
That's
definitely
what
watch that.
that's what a few people have said. I've sent the first chapter to Rachel, and Rachel was like, "I need a chapter 2. I need to know what happens."
Rachel.
So, I will say that there is like paranormal instances in the book as well,
Oh,
in the
sweet.
story.
Yeah, now I really want to watch it.
So,
Let's see it. Let's see it. I'll be. I'll,
also, you want another thing that I decided. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, no. I'll be De La Rosa. No, I can't play.
You could be.
I could be.
So, good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse. Good to see you, bro.
Um, so you know how I was trying, I wanted to do a comic.
Yes, Rachel.
So I decided, instead of trying to find a comic book illustrator, that I would just make a picture book. So it'd just be like one picture here and there instead of doing like an actual comic. So I'm gonna write it out as a story instead of a comic,
Yeah, dude, flesh that out.
and it'll be a series. So, and I already have written out the script, so it should be easier to write the story, and then just get somebody, or maybe even get AI to create a couple pictures, which I might use Alicia to make a couple of pictures.
Alicia.
Which actually I will say, I was gonna do it as a surprise, but I don't think it matters. But I have Alicia working on cartoon versions of you and I for Weird Java in the morning.
Oh, really? Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
she sent me her
Cartoonize me,
mock-up so
man.
far.
Make me a cartoon. I'm
Haha, yeah.
down. Make me a
I was
cartoon.
like, she was asking me how I wanted it, and I was just like, just I don't know, just cartoons that look like us. It doesn't have to be like physically correct, as long as our faces look like our faces, you know, if
Yes.
that makes any sense.
Please make my face look like my face. Don't change it. Don't change my face.
Oh shit. All right, let's get into this day in history, dude. Let's
Yeah.
get into this shit.
Shout out to Rachel, by the
All
way.
right.
Hey, Rach. Shout out to you. And Joel. porn stash. Love that stash. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Rachel says she wants to be a cartoon.
She's
I actually might have her, since you guys are such a big part of the show and I love you guys so much. I'm probably gonna have her add you and Heather into the picture
Heather
somehow.
already looks like a cartoon. It would be perfect.
Yeah.
It should be us cartoon and just regular Heather, because yeah.
Okay, so in 1477, the Swiss Confederacy, led by Rene II, decisively defeats the Duchy of Burgundy. Or Duchy.
Oh,
I feel like it's Duchy because
ain't
there's
that
no
new?
fucking T. Or Duché of Burgundy, which is 7,000 plus people were killed, including the Duke of Burgundy. I'm gonna say it's Dukey. Charles the Bold. I don't know if you ever heard stories of Charles the Bold, but I guess he was a pretty big figure back in the dead day over there in the Europe area.
No.
What up, Joel? And then I got in 1781, British naval expedition led by Benedict Arnold burns Richmond, Virginia to the ground.
Dirty traitor bitch.
I share the sentiment. In 1919, German Workers' Party forms, which is like a political party, which was a precursor to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, aka the Nazi Party. So
Oh,
on this day, it was formed in 1919.
god damn.
In 1930, Bonnie meets Clyde for the first time at Clarence Clay's house.
Instant love.
Yep. In 1940, the first transmission of FM radio with clear, static-free signal
Ooh,
was produced. Yeah.
cool.
So then I got 1957, Jackie Robinson announces his retirement from the Dodgers rather than being traded to the New York Giants. He's like, fuck that, I ain't getting traded. I quit. I mean, I retire.
But were the Dodgers in New York at that time? I know they're LA now.
Fuck, dude, you want to know what?
Huh.
Drew, you know what? I think you might be right.
So he wasn't
I
going to
think
be.
everything was like, yeah, I think everything was like fucking in the New York. All the teams were like New York, technically. I think at one point.
Crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Nazi.
In 1971, Sonny Liston is found dead at 40 years old in his home by his wife, Geraldine. He had been dead for 6 days. Foul play was suspected, which I do kind of want to. I do kind of want to look into this for a segment on here and like tell the story and see what came of it, because from the On This Day in History website, like it fucking it didn't give me a whole lot of information on this. I don't know if anybody's been like prosecuted in it. Did his wife have something to do with it or whatever? But
dude, I've never heard of this before. This is news to me. Wow.
Is it? Wow.
I have never heard of that. That's awesome.
I knew he died young, but I didn't know like foul, like it was like probably murder, you know?
So it was like bullet holes, or because the dude was rough, man. He didn't go down with a punch.
I mean, it doesn't specify. It did not specify. It just said he was found dead. Foul play was suspected. That's it. So I got to look into that further.
Yeah, that sounds like a conspiracy Tuesday, brother.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of murders that are conspiracy Tuesdays. that could be covered in Conspiracy Tuesdays.
Damn.
In 1981, Peter Sutcliffe, a truck driver, confesses that he is the Yorkshire Ripper, who had murdered 13 women.
Damn. Wow.
1993, Reggie Jackson is elected for the National Baseball Hall of Fame, which she was a fucking fantastic. I was a fan of him when I was a kid. I
Yeah.
liked him a lot. 1998, ice storm knocks out electricity in Ontario and Quebec. But what this didn't fucking add was it was like the whole northeast of US because we lost power. I remember this storm in 1998. We lost power for fucking 2 weeks.
Damn.
And freaking like the ice was covered in the trees and the trees were hanging. It was like it fucking first of all, it looked really pretty, but there was freaking wires everywhere on the ground. Like we couldn't go outside
God damn.
because who knows if they were gonna fucking kill us,
Jeez.
But it was like so it was not only ice, but we had gotten like 3 feet of snow as well.
Good God.
So that was interesting. We lived at my grandparents at the time, and my grandfather is like a self-sufficient kind of fucking dude, and he had a generator, so we did get power back up, but we had to keep continuously go to the gas station after like the lines were picked up in our area, but like obviously the generators, not the generators, the plants and stuff were still down, so they had been working like crazy on the plants and stuff, but um it was a long 2 weeks, I will say, because we couldn't use a lot of things for electronics because we didn't want to freaking waste power. We just
Right.
had it for the lights and for the fridge and cooking and stuff like that. So
We had something like that happen 2 to 3 years ago. Trying to remember if it was 2021, but anyway, it was wintertime here in
I think
Texas,
it was 2021.
and we got
Yeah.
blasted, and our power grid went down for like 2 weeks, and it was so bizarre because every day it would come up at like 4 or 5 for 10 minutes, and so
Hmm.
we wanted to use the microwave or cook something real quick. We had about 10 minutes before it would go out for the rest of the till the next day. And I remember it was such an outrage because so many people died because we're just not prepared for that kind of thing here. It's just not a thing that Texas deals with, and everyone was completely outraged and demanding that we upgrade our infrastructure. The electric infrastructure sucked here. It sucks. And so we were just screaming, fix this thing. And of course, they haven't done anything about that yet at all. So if it happens again, we're
It's
screwed.
not. Yeah, of course they haven't.
Thank you, Connie.
Um,
Yes, absolutely. 2021.
yeah. All right, so we'll go into our second segment here.
I am. Pow.
Where the frick is the video? Oh my gosh.
Look at that red guy.
You're so red.
Sexy.
All right. Let's make
Oh,
sure there's sound for everybody.
So humans traveled to an unknown planet called Serpo to learn from aliens.
Yeah, 12
And-
people.
And they kept it hidden.
Oh, yeah, it was a classified mission by the U.S. government.
be freezy. Is it playing for you?
were humanoid in shape, but not quite like us. Their eyes, and get this, they used television. The humans didn't go there for just tourism. They went to study.
Just a little bit glitchy, just a tiny bit. Is it playing for you? Okay, here we go.
Knowledge. Their aircraft alone that could jump between star systems without a hitch, and their energy technology, clean, limitless, far beyond anything we have. And get this, the Ebons could even heal in ways that
Right.
is under new identities.
So humans traveled to an unknown planet.
Whoa,
All right.
that kind of glitched out.
So that's obviously fake. And oh, sorry.
Were you
Oh,
able
was
to,
the whole thing not working?
it didn't really play. It kind of glitched away for the video.
Oh, fucking A.
But basically, the story is
All right. So yeah.
is that there was a treaty made in 1965 between these aliens named Ebens or whatever, but they're basically the gray aliens, and we
Mhm.
agreed to send 12 people to their planet. So they hitched a ride in one of their vehicles, went out to Serpico, which is the planet where they come from, and they were sent there to learn about all the technology that these aliens have, and they were, I guess, willing to like share it. These aliens communicated with each other via like telepathy. They could mind communicate with each other, and so the story goes that this is an actual program. It actually happened. It's been out there for a long time. There's some documents on it from the government that it actually happened or what have you. 12 people went out
Yep.
and only 8 came back. So 2 people asked to stay there to continue to learn, and 2 other people died there. But it doesn't say how they died. It doesn't say what happened. Who knows?
Right.
Really? So, and the 8 people that came back, they were given new identities and told not to say anything about what happened, what they learned. But the information they brought back could have changed the way we live. I mean, it could have been a completely different society that we have, but the government pretty much did not like it, so they squashed all of it and decided not to do any of the stuff that they learned. And so those people that live wherever they live were sworn to silence. So that's the story. I don't know if it's 100% true or 100% fake. I don't know. It's very interesting. I think I would love it to be real, but who's to say?
Yeah. Well, the video is fake for sure. Like Sean Ryan wasn't actually talking. Like that's 100% sure. But the story could be,
Yeah.
But they do that a lot too. When these big fucking name people are talking and they get their AI translated voice, they always put the words over their mouth on the videos.
Right. So
Like they do it to Joe Rogan all the time too.
there's a new
So,
technology
But Verity,
that
yeah.
I just saw, and this is a meta technology. So it's like video
Fantastic.
that basically, if you speak, like if I'm talking to you right now in English, and everything that I'm saying is going to be translated to Spanish with the same video, and they're able to make your lips match what you're saying in Spanish, even though you didn't say that in Spanish. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So that's coming. Just be
What?
prepared. You're going to see Sean Ryan actually say with his mouth, even though he didn't say those things. It's going to look like he's saying them. because the technology has improved
Oh
tremendously.
boy.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Fuck. Damn. It is crazy. It's a crazy world we're living in. It's a
Bro.
crazy world we're living in. It's very, very interesting times.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's get into this segment, shall we? If it plays.
Oh yeah. Heather and
All right. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year for anyone that may be.
Year to ya. Happy New Year to ya.
Kevin said it last time. He wanted you to sing more, so I was like, let's go.
Happy New Year to ya, Kevin. Yeah.
And David. All right. Happy New Year's, you guys. For anyone that may be new here today, joining for the first time, we are the hosts of Like Mother, Like Murder. I am Rachel.
And I am Heather, and we are here every Sunday with Kevin and David to share some information on missing persons.
We sure are. So let's do just that. Our goal with this segment is to continue to raise awareness for the individuals that we share information about. And today I'm going to be telling you about a missing man out of Toledo, Ohio. His name is John Oakley. And if I mispronounce that, I do apologize. John was last seen December 29th, 2024 by his family when they had went out to eat. Later that evening, there's activity on his bank card where he was withdrawing money, and then also his player's card was used at the Hollywood Casino in Toledo. His family did request footage from the bank to confirm that it was him, or to at least get more information on what he was wearing, what he was doing, or if anyone was with him. But they have not received that footage yet. At 10:30 that night, his vehicle, a blue 2017 Lincoln MKZ, was seen on a traffic camera, and the license plate to that vehicle is JJB1319. When he was with his family, he was last seen wearing a light gray jacket, jeans, and white Nike shoes. The family did actually get into contact with one of his ex-girlfriends who said that John, he had actually texted her that night and asked what she was doing. She didn't respond, and then he never sent a text again. The family is just very concerned and says that this is not like John. He's typically in contact with them all the time, and he's not the person who just ups and leaves. So if you guys have any information about his whereabouts, please contact the Henry County Sheriff's Department at 419-592-8010.
And today I'm going to be telling you about a missing juvenile from Charlotte, North Carolina, Denard Bird. So he was last seen on November 25th, 2024. He is only 17 years old. He's 5'11", around 130 pounds, and has black hair and brown eyes. There's not a lot of information on Denard, and that's why we need to continue to share his pictures and his missing persons information so that more can see it, and with that visibility, more comes out on who he could possibly be with, any known sightings, activities on his phone, bank accounts, anything like that. If you have any information that could help us find Denard Bird, please contact the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police at 704-336-2371. Rachel, new year, new quote. Do you have anything for us today?
It is, yeah, and it's a New Year's quote.
There you go.
And it's funny. Heather heard this because I read it to her the other day, and I said, I am saving this for Weird Java. And so it says, 3 places I ain't going this year. Back and forth, out of my way, and labor and delivery.
You got that right.
I was like, I'm not doing any of that. The whole back and forth,
not.
let me tell you, I am going to be so protective of my peace and like
Yes.
not. I ain't going out of my way for nobody.
Mhm.
I'll go out of my way for Kevin and David. That's about it. That's
Kevin and
about it.
David, we will. Well,
That's it.
yeah, you're part of the 2025, I guess. So
You're allowed.
I did also want to add here, if any of you guys got some extra spending money this holiday season and you're looking to treat yourself, go get yourself some weird Java
or hot sauce.
hot sauce, right?
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. Nope. You will not be. We will talk to you guys next Sunday. Yes, we will. All right. Sing it for us, girl.
Happy New Year to. Oh wait,
Weird.
weird Java to ya.
We are unhinged today.
New Year.
Oh, is that
Weird
the I don't,
Java to ya.
morning show?
Morning show. Okay, we'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll do better next time or not. Love you guys. Bye.
Love those ladies.
I love that. I love them so much. But yeah, if anybody watching has any information on either one of those missing persons, please contact the necessary numbers. Hopefully we can bring these people home, or at least be found.
Exactly.
Obviously, they wouldn't have been reported missing if they didn't have anybody that cared about them. You know?
Right.
So, all right, let's get into some heavy shit.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, so by now I'm sure a lot of you know around 3 a.m. Wednesday morning, a man who has pledged his allegiance to ISIS decided to run people down in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. I'm not going to talk about him, but I'm going to talk about his victims, the 14 people that tragically lost their lives that night. So, first victim, his name was Kareem Badawi. Badawi. He was 23, and he was down celebrating with a couple of friends. And his father actually texted him around midnight and said happy New Year's to him, and Kareem responded Happy New Year, Baba, which is Arabic for daddy. And unfortunately, that was the last time his father would hear from him. He was a talented athlete known for his hard work and team spirit, but what truly set Kareem apart was his kindness. He was sweet, loving, and caring, always there for his family and friends. He was a member of Sigma Chi international fraternity in the Iota chapter of University of Alabama. And then we have Martin Tiger Beck, who was 27. He played football for the Princeton University, and moved to New York City after graduating in 2021 to work for Seaport Global, a capital markets firm. His younger brother, Jack, is a wide receiver for Texas Christian University. And I guess so this is coming from his mother, or no, Bob Suras, which was the football coach for Princeton, a ferocious competitor with endless energy, a beloved teammate, and a caring friend. His mother, Michelle, had a lot of really nice things to say about him as well. His brother, who's the wide receiver at Texas Christian University, looked up to him as well. And then we have Drew Dauphin, who is 26. There was a statement issued from the university that he attended as well, which was Auburn University, said that on the behalf of Auburn University, I send my sincere condolences to the family and loved ones of the 2023 graduate Drew Dauphin, who was taken from us in New Orleans terror attack. Words cannot convey the sorrow the Auburn family feels for Drew's family and friends during the unimaginable difficult time. Our thoughts are with the Dauphin family and the families of all the victims in this senseless tragedy. So Drew was celebrating New Year's with his younger brother, Matthew, and the two of them had gone to Bourbon Street to pick up a pizza. And as Drew stepped out from with his pizza in hand, he was struck by the truck. And Matthew had returned home, left Bourbon Street that morning without his older brother. Nakaira Diane Dido. She was 18, just graduated from high school in the spring of 2024. She was a sweet person, she was outgoing, and she was loved, says her mother, Melissa. Melissa actually said that she begged her daughter not to go to Bourbon Street on New Year's Eve like she had done the year prior. Apparently, a lot of things happen on Bourbon Street. It's not always a fantastic time for everybody, anyways, regardless of this happening. But her mother did say she was worried about the danger of the area. Like I said, she needed her daughter to pick her up from her overnight shift at work at 7:30 a.m. When another family member picked her up from work, she said she sensed something was wrong. She said her brother-in-law broke the news to her once she got home. She says her daughter was a good person, and even though she was loved by many, it can happen to anybody. So to hold everybody you know close. Billy DeMayo, he was 25. He's remembered by his former teammates and coworkers as a kind-hearted and hardworking young man. At Holmdel High School, DeMayo was a star lacrosse player. He graduated in 2017. Billy was a remarkable young man on and off the field, says his former teammates from high school. At Chestnut Hill College, DeMayo was a star student who captained the school's lacrosse team in 2022, leading his teammates to a championship title. According to the school, he studied business administration as an undergraduate before obtaining his master's in organizational leadership in 2022. He worked for Odyssey's New York office as an account executive for more than 2 years and is remembered by his colleagues for his unwavering work ethic, positive attitude, and kindness, according to the company's spokesperson. Hubert Gothrow was 21. Sorry, my bad. So Hubert was 21. He was identified early on Wednesday morning. Archbishop Shaw High School issued a statement on his behalf. He graduated in 2021 from that high school in Marrero, Louisiana. Their statement is, "It is with great sorrow that we share that alum Hubert Gothrow, class of 21, was tragically killed in a senseless act of violence that occurred early this morning in the French Quarter. He was 21 years old." He looks like
A
a
child.
child, to be
Yeah.
honest. He looks like he's 12.
It said that he was watching the fireworks show on the Riverwalk with friends when he reached out to his family at 12:08 a.m. Wednesday morning. The text simply said, "I love you." And that turned out to be the last words from him.
Reggie Hunter, 37. Who, fucking A, I'm sorry. Trying to figure out who this person is that. All right. Was confirmed. So his death was confirmed by his cousin, Cheryl Jackson, or Shirel. She said that Hunter leaves behind two sons, 11-year-old Landon and 18-month-old Christian. She described her cousin as the life of the party with a big heart who was funny, loving, and caring. She says, this is hurting all of us differently and on so many levels. We were expecting so much life to live with our cousin, just a beautiful person who did not deserve this and had so much more life to live. Especially with an 18-month-old child, there was a lot of love to give still that he's not going to be able to, unfortunately. Yeah. Terrence Kennedy was 63. His death was confirmed by his sister, Latanya Kennedy. Terrence Kennedy is loved spending time in New Orleans, the French Quarter, according to his sister. She remembered her brother as a man who could make friends with anybody he met. He loved the French Quarter, and the only thing he would do, he'd get one can of beer and go stand up and talk to everybody. He might stand right there on Bourbon and Carondelet Street and talk for 5 hours. That sounds like freaking a lot of people I know, actually. A lot of older people find it really easy just to talk to anybody who will listen. Latanya says, I had gave my brother a big old hug and kiss, told him Happy New Year's, told him to be careful. And he wore a big old 2025 eyeglasses to ring in the new year that night. Nicole Perez, 27, was confirmed by Kimberly Usher Fall, her employer and family friend. Usher Fall said Perez had recently been promoted to manager at one of her stores, and she was really excited about the position. Perez brought her 4-year-old son, Mello, also short for Melvin, with her to work, and she was helping him learn how to read. Usher Fall says she was so beautiful and full of life. Her son Mello is now without his mother, and we are without our friend and dedicated employee. I'm hoping to get some help for her burial expenses and to help her son with expenses he will need to transition into a new living situation. She was struck, and she was actually taken to the hospital. So she was still alive in the hospital, but she would later succumb to her injuries.
Beautiful girl.
Latasha Polk, yeah, Latasha Polk, 47, has been identified by her family as a victim of the New Orleans terror attack, marking her as the last of the 14 victims to be identified. Her family described her as a devoted mother of her 14-year-old son, dedicated nursing assistant, and loving sister who to her 8 siblings. Lanisha and Regnesia Butler said they spent the 3 days following the attack praying for good news about their sister, whom they last saw before she departed for the French Quarter for New Year's Eve. We've been worrying, wondering, praying, hoping for the best. It's been the worst few days of our life, just hoping and praying. We was praying for the better, but God knows what is best. And then we have Edward Pettifer, 31. Landon's Metropolitan Police identified the British citizen Edward Pettifer, 31 years old. His family described him as a wonderful son, brother, grandson, nephew, and friend to so many, according to a statement provided through the Metropolitan Police. So, not only this guy was over here visiting on vacation for New Year's Eve, so they had to go through a lot of stuff just to identify him. They like now he's got a. The thing that I hate about death is the money that comes with it, and I can only imagine how much. I don't know if they'll make them pay for him to come home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His family says, "We will miss him terribly. Our thoughts are with the other families who have lost their family members due to this attack."
So,
Um,
did you see about his connection to the royal family?
no, I did not.
It says here the BBC reported that Pettifer was believed to be the stepson of Tiggy Pettifer, a former royal nanny who cared for Prince William and Prince Harry when they were young.
Oh no, shit.
King Charles III was deeply saddened after being aware of the Brits' death through the official channels and has been in touch with the family to share personal condolences. Wow.
It's wild. Brandon Taylor was 43. He was a skilled musician who loved spending time with his family, according to his nephew. He hails from Harvey, Louisiana. His nephew says it's very tragic and sad what and how everything happened. My uncle did not deserve what happened, and it is devastating to the whole family. We all loved him so much and will miss him constantly. We are all at a loss for words, and it still doesn't feel real. Taylor is survived by his parents Joseph and Lucille and was recently engaged to be married. He worked as a cook but found his passion making rap music. Matthew Dario Tenendario was 25. He worked as a fiber optics and video professional at the Superdome and Smoothie King Center, according to his parents, who said they felt he had a boundless future. Kathy, his mother, described her son as the life of the room, whose warmth and humor was treasured by his friends. She was asked what she would miss about her son, and she answered everything. His beautiful face, laugh, I love you, Mom. You know, he was just a wonderful son. Um, both his mother and father had qualms about him staying out late on New Year's Eve, but at 25 years old, what can your parents really do? You know?
Right.
But all she says, all I did was just hug him and tell him I love you, Happy New Year. Please text me when you get home. And that text never came.
She was able to hug him and tell him she loved him.
Yeah.
This guy was one of us, man.
Yeah.
He was a content creator. Yes.
Yeah.
And so young. It's so terrible. Just because some dumbass decided to get stupid.
Exactly. And this is the last of the 14. Elliot Wilkinson, 40 years old. Even if he didn't have a shirt to put on to give you of his off his back, he'd still find something to give you to put on your back, says Cecile Wilkinson. Who is Cecile to him? Sister. Cecile is his sister. According to Cecile Wilkinson, Cecil is his brother. Sorry. His brother was trying to be a good father to his daughter and to overcome his battle with depression, but his life was cut short in the truck attack on Bourbon Street. How old is his daughter? There's a picture of him and his daughter here. At least I think it's his daughter. Looks like a toddler. According to his brother, Elliot Wilkinson loved New Orleans, though he faced struggles in the city. His brother had been repeatedly mugged in recent months. When police found his body, he didn't have any money, a wallet, a phone, or anything to identify him. Ugh. That made it worse instead of accepting help. So basically, this guy was mugged before he got hit by a car. So by the truck.
It's terrible.
All of it, or in worst case scenario, which I hope didn't happen, he was mugged after he was hit by the truck.
That could be. I think I would prefer that, so at least he didn't have to experience the mugging. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
You ever been to
so.
New Orleans?
I've never been to New Orleans. I do want to go though someday.
I've been there twice. The first time I went by myself, I had a work conference, and I walked the French Quarter alone at night.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You go down the wrong alley, you go down the wrong street. You could live to regret it or not live to. It's a rough town, especially since after Katrina and all that. But it doesn't take away from the beauty and there's a feeling, a vibe from the city that you don't get anywhere else. It's really it's stuck in history. Of course, there's a lot of French. There's a lot of voodoo, which is really interesting. I've gone to a few voodoo shops there.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. I actually went to the St. Louis number 1, which is the funeral, the cemetery, which is an above ground cemetery because it's a swampy area. They can't really bury people because the bodies would float up.
Yep.
So they have all this above ground. I got to see Marie Laveau's final resting place. And I also got to see Nicolas Cage's pyramid that's there. Of course, he's still alive, but that's where he's going to be laid to rest, in this pyramid that's in this cemetery.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, so my condolences to all of those victims. I know it doesn't really do anything, but thoughts and prayers. I feel really bad for when things like this happen.
Me too.
Apparently, this guy got out with body armor after, and started shooting. I don't know if any of those victims died from the shooting or not, but police ended up gunning him down as well. There's a video there where a bunch of cops are standing on the corner, and freaking the minute they get that freaking alert, they run like crazy towards action. And I just want to say, I know there's a big thing against cops these days, but they put their lives on the line pretty often,
Yes, every day.
and I don't think they get enough credit for that.
I agree.
So, anywho, let's lighten the load a little bit there, bud.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So the first story I got for you is called The Marker Bandits. Okay. So in October 2009, 23-year-old Matthew McNelly and 20-year-old Joey Miller were arrested after they allegedly tried to rob an apartment complex near their hometown. Their disguise were to cover their faces with permanent marker.
Wait, and they're how do you rob an apartment complex? Were they going to like the main?
I don't know. I think they were trying to get into apartments, like
Okay.
singular apartments.
Okay.
Like,
permanent marker, huh? So they were in blackface, or was it like red permanent marker?
technically, it was black. It was black.
All right, that's a good one. That's definitely up there.
Yeah. So and this one is called Fugitive Sends Selfie. So, a man suspected of arson and vandalism sends police a selfie because he thought the mugshot they were using for his warrant was unflattering. Which
Oh,
ultimately led to where he was at and got him arrested.
good God.
Eh,
Tell me your whereabouts too. Get it over with.
yeah. So November 20, so the last story, November 21st of 2023, 45-year-old Robert Wilcox takes a dump on a dead possum in public and plain view of the police. He then denied doing so
Oh
and
my-
told the cops he can't see straight.
What does that have to do with taking
I
a
don't
dump
know.
on a-
Like the cops were like, we can see your full scrotum and ass while you're doing this, and so can all the children in the park.
So let me ask you this: did he hit his target?
Yes,
He
yes.
can see straight.
It was, yeah.
All right, shit. This is a rough one, man, because that is dumb as fuck. And
They're all dumb as fuck.
it screams Florida. All of them do, honestly. Okay, let me think about this one. We got the possum shitter. We have the marker bandits. What was the middle one again? See, I think
It was the
because
guy that sent his selfie.
oh, the selfie guy. That's fucking stupid. But I'm gonna because I'm gonna remove that one. So it's between the other two. God, I gotta say the taking a dump in full view of the cops on a dead animal, that has to be the one. That's the Florida, because I mean the marker thing is pretty fucking stupid also. But I'm gonna go with he can't see straight. Number 3.
Part of that whole fucking story, but ding ding, you are correct, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, baby. Do I know my Florida? My Floridian.
So he was booked for public what the fuck is the word? Public indecency or something like that.
Yeah.
But he does look a little like he's a little off his rocker in his mugshot.
Oh, he can't see straight.
Oh, exactly. So the man who sent his selfie to the police,
Yeah.
his crimes, he was from Ohio, but
That's
when
close.
he sent his selfie, he was in Florida. And that's where they found him in Florida.
What a dummy. It has metadata, you moron.
I know.
God.
So the selfie too was him in his car, and you could see the fucking palm trees behind him, and he has like a fucking gold Rolex or some shit, and his sunglasses on and stuff, like fucking looking all nice.
He is that vain. Holy shit. Okay.
All right, and then the last one was in Chicago. So when the police got the information, and they also were given the vehicle. They were given make and model of the vehicle they were seen fleeing in.
Mm-hmm.
So the police walk up to this car and they see 2 men sleeping with marker all over their face. One of them attempted to make it look like Batman. So like it was around his eyes, it came down on his cheeks, and then it had the 2 fucking like triangles for the bat ears.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
I was leaning
That
on
story
that.
makes me laugh.
That is so. I mean, they had to be on drugs or something, man. That's Jesus.
Yes, they were looking to supply money for their drug habit.
Got it. Makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah.
But Mr. Torpedo, that's the dude. That's Mr. Florida.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Good
Florida,
job.
shout out
Good
to
job,
Matt
Fred.
Goodwin, host of 1-0. I hope she's doing all right. Hope she's not taking a dump on any kind of animal out there. You know, she's known to do that. That's
she's known to do that.
she's,
Also, speaking of Florida, I just want to share this real quick.
hit it. Yeah. Right. That's right.
So that is their 1-year anniversary tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, did I say 6? I said 6 p.m. Yes,
Yeah.
I did say 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, so it's been 1 year of Spooked Out Coast to Coast, and I hope anybody watching checks it out. They're very near, dear, close friends of mine and David's, and love them very much, and I wish them nothing but success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a great show. I've been on it a few times. You've been on it a few times. Lovely people. So much
Very lovely people. Yes, absolutely. But we'll get into our last segment of the day, friends.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Woohoo! All right, real quick. I found this on TikTok. Just stay vigilant when you're out in public, everybody.
As much as you may want to, don't text when you're walking around, crossing the road, on sidewalks, walking around places. Stay off your phone, keep alert. And also, another good tip, when you are walking, keep your keys in hand That way, when you do get to your vehicle, you're not fumbling around, looking down like this. Or, because now I don't know what's going on behind me. That's also why you stay off of those. Okay, just little, tip of the day. Okay, bye.
Great advice. Great advice.
I agree. I 100% agree.
You know, Angie
So,
and I were just thinking about this, Kevin. How many people do you think, ever since smartphones came out, have died because of their fucking phones?
I can guarantee you it's a pretty high number.
It's a high fucking number, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Selfies. There's a lot of selfie deaths.
Taking selfies. There's actually a guy that a video I watched. It's every once in a great while it'll circulate. I think it's like a couple years old now. But he was they're like in India or something like that. It's a foreign country, and they're standing next to a train, and they're trying to the train's going by and everybody moves, and he's like, "Look at me. I'm standing right up and next to the train." And then there's like a little thing sticking out of the train, smashes him right in the head, and he dies.
Yeah. Sucks, man. That's so dumb. Don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Worth your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Question: what do you think about dolls?
About dolls, I hate them.
Yeah. What about haunted dolls?
Oh, especially haunted dolls. Let me ask you
Same.
this: would you ever hold the actual Annabelle doll? Open the thing and take it out and hold it?
I would probably, yeah.
Ballsy. How
Yeah.
about Robert the doll? Would you do that one?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean, I still don't like them. They still creep me out. So it'd take me probably a little while to actually do it, but I'd probably do it just to see, just as an experiment.
At least that one you can apologize to. I'm sorry, Robert. Forgive me. And he's like, all right. It's cool.
You're okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Connie says, hell
All
no.
right.
I'm with Connie.
So this comes from our friend. It's a story about a haunted doll. So
I bought a
check it
doll
out.
at an antique store,
Jen said,
mostly to try to see if I bought a haunted doll. And 5 days later, I decided to spend a night with the doll. The doll was a Raggedy Ann with South Carolina clothing. I still have it to this day. Anyway, I put it beside me and I fell asleep. Then I had a nightmare where I was trying to run out of my bed, but a demonic-looking hand, completely pitch black, grabbed me by my leg and dragged me under the bed. Then I woke up and saw the doll staring into my eyes while grabbing me by the face.
oh,
I took the doll off me. I'm still pretty creeped out to this day, and I still have the doll.
nice. Jen said, she's awesome.
But fuck, dude, that's crazy. I don't like that shit.
Nope.
I hate dolls.
Fuck that.
I would never keep it in my house.
No.
I would never keep
Especially
a doll
next
in
to
my
you in
house.
bed. Come on now.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? What is she high? So this one, this one's about premonitions, which I found pretty interesting.
So, premonitions often manifest as dreams, visions, intuitive feelings, or unexplained sensations. Skeptics, of course, attribute them to bias, selective memory, coincidence, and scientists often explain them through chance. But pretty much since the beginning of time, ancient civilizations have been intrigued by these concepts. Ancient Egypt, Greece, and China revered those with premonitions and psychic ability. The Oracle of Delphi in Greece is one famous example of this. And the famous philosopher Aristotle also studied the ability to obtain prophecies through dreams. In the 19th and 20th century, so fairly more recent, there have been some investigations into these concepts. Some examples would be works from J.W. Dunn and Carl Jung.
Pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
very
Hmm.
thought provoking. Beard stroking.
Did you guys experience any fog this week down there in Texas?
We had fog yesterday morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday morning. What about earlier this week?
I don't think so. I
I want to say Monday. I want to say it was Monday.
but I have heard the talk about the fake fog, which I don't know why it kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of the when the planes. What is that shit called with the streaks?
The chemtrails.
Yes, it reminds me of that. Like it's similar.
Well,
We got to
let's,
talk
watch
about this
this.
mystery fog that people have been reporting, and this is for entertainment purposes only. So this fog has been showing up in several states across the US and even in the UK, Europe, Australia, and probably other places, and something doesn't seem right about it. And we all know what fog is, right? It's just a normal weather phenomenon, we've all experienced it. But many people are saying this isn't like a normal fog. It seems to roll into populated areas and will linger around for days on end. And you can see in videos like these that there seems to be some kind of particulate in them. But it's pretty normal to see things like water droplets in fog. The problem is, people experiencing this swear that it's not water droplets or something like misidentified snow. People are also reporting that this fog has a metallic or chemical smell to it, and others are even saying it leaves a strange residue after it goes away. And many people have also reported feeling sick with sore throats, burning eyes, or just general malice after getting exposed to it. So what's going on? Well, there are some theories that there may be something else going on here that might be connected with those objects in the sky that we're not supposed to talk about. Some are connecting this to a 1920 patent technology to generate an artificial fog, and who knows how advanced that's become in the last 100 years. But one of the wilder and more concerning theories I've heard suggests that this fog contains something called smart dust. And this is a real thing. It's nanotechnology developed in the 1990s. Basically little robots or sensors the size of a grain of sand that can collect, process, and send data wirelessly wherever they are. So there's that. Have you experienced this fog? What do you think's going on? Let me know in the comments.
What do you think?
I think it's fucking interesting. Now, it's extremely possible that this is manufactured. It's extremely possible. But
Absolutely.
one of the other stories, I don't know if did he touch on this? I might have missed it. Someone said, and I I had a conversation with someone when I was driving them, and they were saying that what they heard or what was on TikTok was that the little particulates are alien spores,
Ooh.
and they're like basically depositing it on us for future whatever use or what have you. So who knows,
That's
man?
interesting.
Who knows?
I did. We had some heavy fog Monday morning, as well, and I almost hit 2 deer because of it.
Damn, really?
Yeah. I can't, dude. Like literally, came like a foot from hitting them, and they just stood there. Like what? Well, so it was a doe and a buck, and the buck kind of like jumped like backwards a little bit, but he was still in my lane. And then the doe kicked her feet and still stayed in my lane, and I came to a complete stop, like freaking within a foot of them.
Oh
And
my
then it was like I came to the complete stop. The buck kind of just like looked at me, and then the doe ran around the buck and went towards the woods, and then the buck stood like it. I mean, it was a matter of seconds. It wasn't like a long process, but
Yeah.
it's like she runs around him, and then once she starts headed towards the woods, then he starts going. And I was just like, what the fuck was that?
That's crazy, man.
I mean, I know deer are attracted to the roads because of the salt,
Yeah.
and all that. So,
I'll say this:
but
yesterday,
I fucking, dude, my heart.
I bet. That's. I mean, you don't want to hurt any animals, obviously.
Right.
Well, I noticed the fog from yesterday when I drove out of my garage. I noticed it was really thick. Like I couldn't see the street. It was pretty heavy. And the one thing I did notice is once I started driving, it dissipated really quickly, which I thought I've never seen that.
Mm.
You know, I've actually driven like say from here to Dallas once, where there was heavy fog in the morning. Like I was driving at night, and the you could tell even at night it was really foggy. As the sun started to come up, it was still extremely heavy. And for me, it was weird because it's like 30, 40 miles of fog. And I had never seen anything like that. You know, like 40 miles of fog. It's still fucking foggy for 40 miles. It didn't make any sense to me. But then it would be a patch where it's like, oh, it's okay, it's gone. And then there would be another patch of fog. So it's, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Strange.
It is.
The strange world we're living in. Strange world.
We did cover weather manipulation on one of your Conspiracy Tuesdays, and this could
Yes,
be
sir,
one of
we
those
did.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so next video is a missing persons update.
Okay, we've got some talking to
Yeah.
do this morning, so please stay with me. I woke up to this article on Facebook and we need to talk about it. Season 3, episode 1 of that, so it just came out a few weeks ago on Like Mother Like Murder. We talk about missing mom Echo Lloyd. And Echo Lloyd went missing in May of 2020. Mother's Day weekend, she went missing, okay? I understand everyone is innocent until proven guilty, and this person, he was named a suspect, but he hasn't been, convicted of anything. He, whatever. He was still out there. He is still out there. We will get to that, all right? But I wake up to this. The person that was named a suspect in Echo's disappearance, so I wake up and let me read this to you. According to the probable cause statement, the victim recounted, I should have said, he was arrested on the 31st, but he's out on bond. We'll get to that. According to the probable cause statement, the victim recounted a terrifying series of events. On the night of July 3rd, 2020, they were confined in a garage by Smith, who allegedly pointed a loaded firearm at them, threatening their life and claiming to have killed another person. The victim, in a weakened statement, after days of methamphetamine use, said they struggled to remain conscious and feared for their life. Okay, SA happened, these things happen. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on TikTok, so I'm trying to avoid words. But this is the person who was neighbors with Echo Lloyd when she disappeared, who was very, very suspicious. So many things. If you do not know, you need to go listen. But he was arrested on the 31st. This person came forward talking about it, whatever. He's out on $75,000 bond. So is he out so that he could go and do other things to other people? Like, what is going on here? I hope this is the beginning of finding justice for this person, right? I feel so sad for this person, and she needs to have more done for her because she was a victim of this horrible, horrible person. But hopefully this also leads to finding answers for Echo Lloyd's case, okay? I will show her picture and stuff in the next slide. But yeah, my mind is freaking blown right now. I just don't understand anything. So this beautiful, beautiful mother, this is Echo Lloyd. She is the one that I was referring to, that the person in this article was named a suspect early on. This is Echo Lloyd. She has been missing since 2020. Something needs to be done, and hopefully this is just the beginning of finding answers and finding justice for her and finding her ultimately. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what else happens from this, and hopefully it just doesn't stop. Hopefully this helps the momentum continue to help and find this mother and find justice for the victim that went through what she went through. That was talked about in that article. But wow.
Very, very interesting. When I listened to that episode, I was like, it's definitely the neighbor. He definitely did something.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, and the crazy people out there, bro. Crazy people.
It's too many.
So do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yes, stay alive. That's my.
I like that. Well, this lady has a very interesting New Year's resolution, and her husband is beyond himself by listening to her. So check this out.
I'm sorry, what are you saying now?
I was asking about your New Year's resolution, and I said that mine was that I'm going to put a quarter in the jar every single day for the next year, which is 365 days. And at the end of the year, I'm going to have over $10,000. A quarter a day. That's all it takes.
What?
I'm sorry, baby. Your math is not mathing in any way possible.
My math is fine. It's 25 cents every
Times
day
365.
of 2025 of the year 2025.
How many, wait,
25 cents.
how many days in a year?
365 days.
Okay. Times 0.25. Multiply that for me.
Is 10,000. And then
Baby, let's just do it simple. Stop talking. Stop. 365 times 1. We'll make it simple. What is that?
365.
Got it. And a quarter is a quarter of 1.
A quarter is like a quarter is 25 cents. 25.
Yes. 25 cents is how much of a dollar?
One. It's not multiplying by 1. It's multiplying by 25.
No, baby. So it's even less than multiplying by 1. It's multiplying by 0.25.
You're multiplying it by 1 like a penny. That doesn't work that way. It's 25. It's going to be $10,000 at the end of the year.
If you
That's
can't-
my New Year's
math-
resolution.
Math is, I am math. Like, you're fucking like, you know what you're doing. My head is going to explode. Baby, 365 times a quarter each day is nowhere near $10,000.
Yes, it is.
Are you talking about
Get a calculator out. Get a calculator.
I am a calculator.
You're not a calculator.
Baby, 365 times maybe $25 a day could be close to like 10,000. It's like 9,000 something. But 25 cents a day for a year.
It's 25 pennies. You're doing it by 1 penny. Like 1. 1 times 360. Yeah, that's going to be 365.
Fuck, I
but
can't.
25, multiply that every single day for
they're gonna,
365 days is going to be around $10,000.
Like, we're visibly going to record like a stroke. Like, I fucking cannot.
Bro, move on. Move on. Holy shit. Wow.
Hi, dude. Oh my god, that is hilarious. I cannot help myself. That was, oh my god, I lost my mind. I was like, this lady, holy crap. So, with a lot of New Year's resolutions, people decide to start a gym membership. I've already noticed a lot more people at the gym this past week.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it usually dies down around February and it goes back to normal. So I found this video and thought it was
I actually finally just signed up for a gym membership. I've been meaning to get in there myself. I think it's going to make me feel a lot better about my body. Where do you want me? I'm sorry, what? I'm the guy that you talked to on the phone about wanting to feel good about your body. You work at the gym? No, I'm just Jim. I'm here to make you feel good about your body. I think you signed up for the wrong thing, dude. I'm sorry, Jim. I must have made a mistake. That's okay. It happens a lot. I'll go. Oh, I mean, he already came all the way here. Yeah, that's true. Jim, you could stay and do your thing if you want. Have you been eating broccoli? You look like you have. I did have some broccoli for dinner last night, Jim. Thank you for noticing. It looks like it's all going right to your big, strong arms. You think so, Jim? You look so toned. Thank you, Jim. That does make me feel good about myself. You could probably pick me up and throw me across the room with ease if you want. I would never do that to you, Jim, but I would never let him throw you across the room, you sweet thing. And by the way, I love your posture. You're like a damn statue. I just want to stand here and admire you. That's beautiful. That is really sweet, Jim. All right, well, I'll get going then. And don't worry, I'll cancel your membership. Honestly, I think I'm going to keep the membership. So same time tomorrow. That works for me. Bye, Jim. Bye, Jim. What a nice guy. Such a sweet man. Getting a gym membership. I want that.
That's funny, man. That's fucking funny.
Funny.
Good God.
Oh my god. So have you ever had a big dog?
Yes. German Shepherd.
All right. They're fun, aren't they?
Yo, I love
Check
them.
this out. Oh, shit.
Man, I think she's dead.
She might be dead. Oh,
He thinks
I
it's
saw
funny.
that this morning, and I was like, I have to add that. I have to add that.
Oh fuck, that's great. That's great.
So did you know there's a such thing as mermaid etiquette?
I did not.
Oh my god.
Please.
Check this
Here's
out.
some mermaid etiquette you might not know about.
You're so lucky to have a silicone tail. Hey, listen, I know that it might not be your intention, but that comment's a bit dismissive.
Oh.
I worked really hard to save up money for this tail and train for it. It wasn't just luck. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. I was giddy when I saw pictures of your tail. You know what? I'll delete my comment on your Instagram post in a couple of minutes. Not every conversation in the mermaid community needs to end in a fight.
That's a really good point. Because some people are commenting on Instagram to mermaids who have, you know, acquired a tail like this.
A silicone tail.
And you don't mean to say something like, oh, how lucky. Because, you know, it is a bit dismissive to how hard the person may have worked to acquire that tail. So just think about that when you're leaving comments for mermaids.
People are strange when you're a stranger.
Very true.
All right. I think
This
I
is
have one
ugly.
more video before the scare cam.
Hit it.
All right. Yeah, let's do
My
it.
day was alright. I had a lot to do. The day I was going to take my daughter to K-Days. How about you? I took mine to the zoo today. Didn't want any crowded places. Do you enjoy being a mom? 'Cause I love being a dad. I love kids. Would you take a shit on my chest? Would you take a shit on my chest? This conversation's going well, so I thought it best to ask you. Would you take a shit? Does it have to be a lot? Can be a little bit. Would you take a shit on my chest?
I would love to have heard her response.
God. Oh, shit. Oh, this conversation is going so well. I'm going to ask this chick to shit on my chest. I feel like if you're into that stuff, you got to ease people into it. You got to get them like, you got to wait until they're invested in you, man, to ask
Oh,
them for that kind of
absolutely.
stuff. And they'll probably, a lot of them will probably still say no.
Yeah. But you don't start it with, do you like being a mom? And then go straight to that. It's dumb.
Yes. Yeah, very dumb. Very
You
stupid.
didn't even answer
Um,
like being a mom. And then, will you take a shit on my chest? Come on, man. And that's real, right? I mean, that's, people do that.
Those are real conversations, yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh my god. Fucking Tinder, dude. Fucking Tinder. All right. Inaugural scare cam. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta press play. Sorry, my bad.
Yummy.
Fucker, quit!
Hurt it.
Jamar Roach. Done you.
Oh my God.
You got my nerves worked up. My nerves are
So many videos of that chick. There's a couple of compilations that her husband does. There's one where it looks like they're tailgating, and she has a friend standing right next to her, which I gotta find. I gotta find that compilation because that compilation's hilarious. But they look like they're like gonna make quesadillas or something on the grill, and she's holding a tortilla in her hand. And he's literally standing right in front of her. She knows he's there, and he says something like, like that, and she goes, "Fuck her shit," and she slaps her friend across the face with the fucking tortilla.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh my God. It's hilarious. I love scare cams because they make me laugh. Which Allie actually, her friend Ginny, her best friend, fucking made a scare cam compilation of
shit.
her scaring her at work, which is pretty funny. I'm gonna have to get it one of these days and share that for the scare cam.
Would she be cool with that?
Yeah, she's already said that she would send it to me, so
Oh, cool. Sweet. Allie's cool.
um
Allie.
and then but yeah, I think that's it. Next week we have a special guest.
All right.
So if you're on the Instagram, you might know by tonight or tomorrow. I'll probably share it on my story, and then I'll probably post about it at some point this week.
Nice.
So yeah, it should be a good clean fun.
Love it. Looking forward
Also,
to finding out.
I have labels if I didn't share this yet.
All right.
You can see that.
I can't really see
I just got to put it. Yeah, that's
Is it
murder
murder
juice.
juice?
Yep.
Yes, I've seen it.
So I gotta put it on the website. I have a couple new merch on the store. Playing cards, a beanie, a hat, a snapback hat actually, which is cooler than the one that I had, which I
Nice.
like better. And they come in multiple colors. The beanie only comes in white. It told me that the beanies came in different colors, but I can only get white for some reason, which is annoying the fuck out of me, but that's okay. And then I also created a mouse pad and a one of those air fresheners for your car.
Oh, sweet, man. That sounds great.
Yeah.
And you can get that
Yeah.
where? Where can I get that, Kevin?
Well, it can be at first of all, I gotta freaking update the website, but it will be on the website where the weird ones are podcast.com. You go to the merchandise section and you can find all the t-shirts and shit. I just got all that new merch I gotta put up, and I'm waiting for the electrolyte for the supplements, and then I might start posting. I might publish the supplements here in the near future, and I know I've been saying that a lot in the past couple of weeks that the supplements will be coming soon, but
You've been testing them, so
we'll
yeah.
have them
Yeah.
soon. I like to try them all. I mean, the ones that I've tried so far have been good, so
Very cool.
big bang pow.
Also, mine, Kevin,
yeah, so
I also have a shop. I have merch. You can get this shirt here, which is my smoke shirt. I like to call it my smoke logo. You just go to Instagram, go to my front page. The links are there. I have a lot of stuff. I have towels. I got all sorts of shit. I also have a Redbubble that's also there. If you're interested in AI art, I have some on my page. So definitely, if you want to support Down the Rabbit Hole, come get you some swag, yo. Look at this. Oh, I feel so good. I love it.
Yeah.
On here. Wonderful. Also, I have mugs like this one right here.
It's a nice fucking mug. That's big. That's a big ass mug, dog.
20 ounce.
What is that, like 20 ounces?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Love it. Come get it.
My mugs are small.
But your mugs are beautiful.
Oh, that's very nice of you to say.
Oh, they are so great. I love the design. Your design, your logo is just look at it. It's awesome. It's awesome. Especially on that long
My logo is just words.
cup that you have. That looks kick ass. He said,
Yeah, that actually came out pretty dope.
It
That
is.
came out pretty dope.
It's
I'm
super,
not gonna lie.
it's super dope for show. For show.
Well, happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you had a phenomenal week, and I hope this coming week is phenomenal as well. And until next Sunday, question everything, stay weird, and get yourself some weird Java. You can find that at where the weird ones are podcast.com as well. I do have decaf up there, so if you're not into caffeine, you can definitely get yourself some decaf.
Nice.
But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today, and thank you for stopping by. And thank you, David, for being here as well,
you,
because
Kevin.
the show would be nothing without you.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't believe that. You're everything, sir.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Yeah.